Hi everybody, well this is the original Syntakt that I've always had for maybe just over a year now. You can tell it's the original Syntakt because I've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H on my banks. Just so I know which bank I'm in, because I normally have 8 banks for 8 tracks. It's about 45 minutes to 50 minutes worth of playing. So this is the original. I thought I'd just create a track on it. Or not really create a track, just look for some good sound design ideas and really get stuck into the Syntakt so you can have some good fun. A couple of unusual things I'll show you is obviously we've got some fantastic extreme glow in the dark, controls here, and that one's even got a little spot on it just so you can see the volume in the dark, but it's not dark at the moment. But these are actually recharging. Anyway, so another story that. But let's just get on with this now. I need to find an actually empty project because I think you'll probably find when I press this button here and you look here, which is so funny. Load project, load. Look how many projects I've got. I don't even think I've got a free one. I'm sure I might have to delete some. So just look at all the projects there. But I was just going to see if it let me actually. So how many projects you got there, Nick, on there? You've actually got quite a lot of projects. How many you got on here? Oh well, yes, let's just, no, let's just save, let's just try and create a brand new project, please. Please let there be enough room for a new project, which there is, which is great. So, obviously I'm on with the project now, let's just, so the first thing I do is naturally 148 BPM, if anybody who's seen me create any projects before, I always do 148 BPM because that's the one I'm comfortable with. And it also means if I am making a set to play an event, it's all the same BPM. You've not got me dropping down to 135 or 125, which I don't actually do because it's too slow. Melodic's probably about 125. I read somewhere techno was 127, but that's nowhere near because it's far too slow. So we've got that. So what can we do first of all? Let's just go straight into a bass, which I always do anyway. So select track number 5, press record, and let's just put some bass stuff down. This will have a standard bass on it anyway. Yeah, good, great. We've got a bit of volume coming out there, which is good. Just about, I think. Yeah, brilliant. Because I use an IR Extreme, by the way, just so I don't know if you can see that there. That's flashing from blue to yellow. The yellow actually means it's actually recording without any peaks. If I go too high, you'll get a red, and that means you're in trouble. The sound will be terrible. So I'm recording direct into the phone here. I just wish I could maybe get it to stay on yellow, but it's not a big deal. It's about right, I think. Yeah, about right. So we've now got a bass. It's a random bass. It's probably one of the basses that came with it. Now, a couple of things you can do here is you can go in and choose a bass if you so wish. You can just just choose a bass. Go into sound browser, filter. This comes with some great bass sounds, by the way. That's more like a drum, isn't it? So these actually are the basses. Ooh, that does sound good, doesn't it? I gotta admit, that does sound pretty good. That. For some reason, it's making it peak. If you can just see that, it's actually making it peak. So we've now got a melody going there, or sound. Just so you know what's actually happened here. Although I've gone for the bass sound on which is standard on track number 5, it's actually brought a chord up because of the system it uses on the projects. Don't know why, but anyway, it sounds good. So we can go in there and manipulate this a bit. I'll just press filter, and I'm just actually turning up the resonance. So we've got a bit of a track going now, a bit of a sound, a bit of a melody, quite random. We can change it, by the way. We can put some reverb on, or more reverb. But the easiest thing to do from this point of track starting, starting the track, just go straight to track number 9, record, and then you got a kick on there. And you can't say that is not a track starter. People would listen to that. So that's pretty good. What you could do then, if you wanted, you could just press function and copy. Press function and copy. Let's just stay in the pattern. I think let's just press function and you can actually copy that pattern over and keep going over, etc. But we're actually on that one number. Just copy it like that. Go into pattern number 2 and copy. So you've now got that as your starting one. What you could do is just go into mutes and just mute the kick. And then what you can do is your next pattern. I'll do the other way around actually, so I'll just rectify that now. So let's just go into pattern number 2. So there you go, so your track starter would be, you could do, 4 bars, 8, 12, 16 bars almost, then you can go just drop in number 2. And I don't know why it's peaking. I probably do know why it's peaking because I've got the volume too low, but... So now run our little way. We could even change a different bass. We could even go into the synth itself on that one, on track number 5, and play about with it. Open up the overdrive, the decay, put some more punch on it, although it's not really definable, you can't really hear much. Now, we've changed the chord there slightly, and you really are getting a bass sound there. But if you listen to this, when you're changing the chord here, it's actually producing some quite nice sounds, to be honest. Now, a bit of an idea has just come to me. Why don't I just copy that over? Just literally copy that one over, copy it to number 3. But for number 3, change the actual fifths. So you've actually got that for track number 2, and this one for number 3. So you build it up, and all we've got is all we've got on there is just 2 tracks going. Naturally, I'm going to go and put a kick on now. Let's just copy that off to number 4. Press record, and then we're going to do track number 4. I'm just going to put a hi-hat on there. Sorry. So we've now got 3 sounds on there. So we're actually on our way to creating some music. And you can do all sorts now. You could actually just do many different things now. You could have a different approach. You could change the bass, you could change anything you want. You could put another hi-hat on. You can actually put a chord on. You can even put another bass on if you wanted, because you've got another bass down here. Well, I call it a bass. Let's go into track number 11. Press record. Let's whack some reverb on. Bit of pan there. That's not a bad idea sometimes. I have to say sometimes I actually put the LFO on the pan so it goes left to right. But I don't really like that sound, so sound browser, press yes. Over there, clear the filter, because I think it was actually, I think it was a kick with no bass going to that. Sounds like a cowboy song to me, but anyway. See how we're making some nice progressions, and we're actually up to track number 4. So let's just copy that over. Go into your synth, industrial dance, add the sweep. To be honest, one thing I might just do here, because I've just mentioned it about the pan, is just do function and LFO. Sorry, just do LFO. Sorry, and then let's just go and find pan, and maybe do a bit of panning, just from the fact it does have an effect. There we go. So it's not a bad effect. Sometimes it can be used to some really great ideas and some really great results that I just love up here, because it means that you can change the track. Well, the other thing I've noticed, we're now on, let's just put some mutes in, shall we? So we've got that bass playing away now. what we can do with this now is maybe, I like to be a bit silly with the reverb. Just whack loads of reverb on. And it can change it. It's not changed it much this time, but it normally does give it some. Oh, it's getting there, but yeah, it's getting there. It's getting mega reverb now. But anyway, so let's go back into the synth. So let's go back into the synth here, and let's just see what we can do with this. Can we play about with it a bit? One other thing to say, if I press record and play, you can record that. Not really giving it much to think about really, but anyway, so but we might just change that tune now. We might just let's get another bass on there, shall we? Not bad bass, is it? Hi-hat. So you can see really we've started a nice new track going there. I'm tempted to put another drum on there. I know sometimes drums can cancel themselves out, but let's do it. Going to kick. Just to say kick, I mean drum, I mean kick. That's not bad. Right, so let's just mute some stuff, shall we? You could even start the track with that nice little bass there, then hi-hat. This could be pattern 2. And then a kick. Another kick. And then that chord, which was meant to be a bass. Now that bass there, let's have some fun with it, shall we? Track number 5 into it, yeah. Bordering on industrial dance, but that's still nice. You're changing the synth wave there, by the way. I do actually quite like that. One, two, three, 4. So you can just see how easy it is to build a track up on the Syntakt. And that's just it, a quick start guide to creating some drums, music and tracks on it. That's actually quite good. Will I finish it? Oh, yes I will. Anyway, so I'll be bringing some more tutorials next on the Syntakt, on the Digitone and on the Yamaha C track. And we'll see you all later.